Hello YouTubers and fellow Whovians. Now today is a big one, as I take a look at the 200th Big Finish release, The Secret History, which serves as the final part of the Locum Doctors trilogy. This time it is Peter Davison as the 5th Doctor, and he is put in place of his first incarnation, with his former companions Vicki and Stephen. Now before I go on about the story, I'm going to give you a look at the CD case. So, first off, got all this on the side. It just tells you who's in the story. It gives you the 5th Doctor's face. We all know about that by now. At the top, it says 200th Big Finish release, as this was the 200th release in the monthly range, which started back in 1999 with the Sirens of Time. It still says Brand New Adventures though, and at the bottom it just says full cast audio drama. It's on that more or less in every release that you pick up nowadays, but in the main cover itself you have the 5th Doctor at the centre there. You've got little bits from his title sequence, all those stars and all that. You've got these statues which play a part in the story. You have Vicki and Stephen. You have this hooded figure who I'll not really talk about for spoiler reasons. I don't really want to spoil the story. And here we've got an arena and some horses and a Roman soldier and some flying stones in the sky. Overall, I really love this cover. I think it's a really interesting cover, to say the least. And we just take a look at the side. You've got the 5th Doctor's face at the top there. Doctor Who, The Secret History, number 200, Big Finish logo. And there is the plot of the story. The cast for this story is quite large, and the runtime, as usual for these type of releases, is 120 minutes approx. Now we just take a look inside. Here is the alternate cover, and it has an advertisement for Doctor Who magazine, as well as what is the next release, which was We Are the Daleks, starring Sylvester McCoy. We have The Secret History, Disc 1. This contains the first 2 episodes, and like with the First Doctor era, majority of that era, each episode had its own individual title. So episode 1 is called The Gothic War, episode 2 is called The Last Roman. Just moving over to disc 2, which contains parts 3 and 4. We have The Catastrophe, Cure, and The Twists of Fate. And here we have an advertisement for other releases you may enjoy. So we have The Key to Time, The Judgments of Askar, or Iskar, however you pronounce that. The Key to Time, The Destroyer of Delights. The Key to Time, The Chaos Pool. We have Moonflesh, Tomb Ship, and Masquerade. Overall, The Secret History is a great way to end this trilogy. It holds the atmosphere of a First Doctor story. One thing that really bothers me though is that we hardly get anything from the 5th Doctor here. But we do get some nice interactions between him, Vicki and Stephen. I think that the main cast in this do a wonderful job. Maury O'Brien and Peter Purves, they just slip back into their roles what they made famous back in the 1960s, which is a really good thing. Without giving too much away, we finally get to learn why the Doctor keeps on swapping with his earlier incarnations, and we even get references to the previous 2 stories with the 6th and 7th Doctors. It is a satisfying end, but on the whole the trilogy could have been done a bit better in terms of storytelling. The stories aren't that memorable, especially the Defectors. Last of the Cybermen, on the other hand, is very memorable, and this, I would say, will go down to be memorable, seeing as this is the 200th monthly release, which is a milestone release. But you know, this is a love letter to long-time fans of Big Finish audios, because of the fact that this is release number 200. The best thing about this trilogy is the way we see the different Doctors interact with the former companions. That's easily the best thing. We have nice references to the eras where the companions came from. For me, The Secret History deserves a 7 out of 10 because there are parts of it which I thoroughly enjoy. The best out of the trilogy, though, is easily Last of the Cybermen, while The Defectors just fell a bit short for me. There are better trilogies out there, such as the Seventh Doctor and Nell trilogy, which came out last year, just after this was released. The Locum Doctor trilogy does its best to remind many sections of the Doctor Who fanbase why they fell in love with the programme.